Oh, hello. Welcome to the stream. Oh, my chair is too upright. So, okay. The reason why, like, every day I complain about my chair being too upright is I have to sit it upright so I can cover it with my sheet because I don't want my cats getting on my chair while I'm not on the chair, so because I don't want them to tear it up. So, that's why. Um, Once again, I'm just wearing concealer and powder. Did not care. I wanted to stream, did not like how my face completely looked, but was too lazy to put on anything else. So, that is what we get. And I am wearing my PJs. And my jacket, because I get cold. Yo, what's up, Bush? You actually made it, for once. You made it. You can actually show up. No, I'm messing with you. But how you doing? How you been? Dude, I got new Wi-Fi. We got new Wi-Fi today. So my computer should be good. I shouldn't have like nearly any more Wi-Fi problems. Nope, I get that. I'm tired as well. I'm always tired. But you knew that. But I'm just saying, like, I would have streamed sooner, but I woke up and like the internet people were here. And I was like, oh. Okay. I think my stepdad said, bro, I forgot the speed he said. I also forgot the website he said. Was it? Okay, I'm doing a speed test. Yeah. Um, because I know he said, I'm pretty sure he said it's for our PCs, like right now we have like 90 up, 90 down. Because we now have fiber as well. So, and I think he said like nine, I want to say he said nine something. But I heard 90 and 900. I know that. So, yeah. Actually, it's pretty fast, and it's not as fast as it could be because we need to get new switches to spread connect to our computers and stuff. So once we get those, he said it should be the as fast as we could make it for our computers. So we're actually like, it's pretty good. He said it was really good, and I trust the IT person who understands this way more than I do. I remember the 90 up and 90 down. I remember the 900. And then he said with the once we get new switches, he said something about like a 10 something. Who knows? And I would ask him, but it's just it'll go straight over my head before I can relay it back. Anyway. Yeah, so we switched internet providers and we switched phone providers today. So we also like the people we switched to, they set up like they were setting up like in our alley where like our driveways are for like fiber, which is why we switched to it for the fiber and all of that. But like now my phone, I can use my phone without my Wi-Fi now because my 5G actually works. before my 5G, like, sure, I could use it in places where we had Verizon towers. But if the Verizon tower did not hit our phones, we were kind of shit out of luck. So without Wi-Fi, my phone was practically useless. Even on 5G, but I can use 5G on my phone and it works just as fast as if it's on Wi-Fi. So, pretty happy with that. Actors. My mom. Yeah, my mom, my sister, um, the three of us were on my mom's plan with T-Mobile when her and my stepdad got together and got married. And then after they got married, he put us on his phone plan. So we moved from T-Mobile to Verizon, because T-Mobile was screwed him over, so he just switched to Verizon. Wasn't having too much problems with Verizon, but we switched onto his phone plan. I got a new phone out of it because I needed a new phone, but we ended up with Verizon, and we just left Verizon for a different place. But when I was with T-Mobile, my 5G was fine, but Verizon does not have a lot of towers right in my specific area. Like, there's literally a street, there's a dead zone, like, on the street, where if you are driving through and you are on a phone call, you literally lose that phone call at this specific point in the street if you're on it with Verizon. So it was fun. It was great, fantastic. Oh, you and the hydrates. There we go. I got the hydrate down. But I'm so happy, dude, I don't need to do Wi-Fi calling anymore. I don't need Wi-Fi calling anymore. This is great. Because before, if I was in a phone call and we lost internet, I lost my phone call. I don't lose my phone calls anymore. It's all very new, very niche, very what people on TikTok saying, very demure. No, the very demure thing is it's so funny because I've seen 50-50 reactions for it. I've seen people like hate it to their core and other people love it. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. But yeah. No. So I don't have muffins in the background. I have, wait, yes, I do have muffins in the background. I forgot those were muffins. I were about to call them brownies. They're not brownies. Those are muffins. They are, I have a second box, but they are the Little Bites banana muffins. As I almost threw it. That first box had, when I got my hands on it, when I got home from my doctor's appointment with my mom, we find the box and it was opened. My mom gets the banana ones for me because she knows I really like them, but we get home from my doctor's appointment same day that they got to the house, and 2 of the packages were gone, and so I only got 3 of the box, so she bought me another box. So I have an entire box here, plus some still in there. I also have granola bars in the background. I have 3 bags of Takis in the background, not that you can see it, and the pointing looks very awkward on camera. I also have fruit snacks in my background. I also have 2 cases of cream soda. Because a lot of things that I like to drink, I can't drink anymore. Great! For one reason or another. Either I'm allergic, or it has citric acid, which causes me problems. Okay, you can dislike cream soda. I personally like it, so just as long as you don't shame me for liking it, we good. We Gucci. But um the only sodas I've been able to just like freely drink since I started taking my new meds has been root beer and cream soda because we get the A&W and A&W does not do caffeine. However, I learned something last night. I drank 2 of these yesterday. And after I drank them, my throat got really sore. So I was like, okay, that's weird. My throat has never gotten sore after a cream soda before. So I'm looking at the ingredients on it. You know what it has? You know what cream soda has in it? Citric acid. It has citric acid in it. And I was talking with my Valorant friends. I love them. They are actually like some of the funniest people I've ever had the privilege of talking to. I enjoy talking to them. And they help me make very good decisions too. They help me make very good decisions. They talk me out of bad decisions. But I mentioned that to them and they were like, oh, one of them was like, yeah, I think most sodas actually have it. So now I'm gonna fact check that because what I trust, I'm pretty sure they're right. Pretty sure they are. The things I look up. Okay. So, interesting. Upon Googling, right? So I learned, no, not all sodas contain citric acid, but many do, right? Um, so like, I know, as of now, I know Coca-Cola and Pepsi have it, and a lot of citric flavored sodas, which the citric flavored sodas make sense, right? Because citric flavor, citric acid, you know. Um, but so I already knew Sprite had it. I knew Crush, Fanta, yeah. Didn't know about Mountain Dew, so that's good to know. Um, and then I know Coca-Cola and Pepsi now. Um, However, I then clicked the tab. People also ask, and what soda does not have citric acid? And apparently, root beer says the things for root beer. I don't know how much I trust this site, but you know we can trust it right now until I can fact check it by looking at a root beer. It says root beer surprisingly has the least acidity of all other soft drink options. This is likely due to the fact that it doesn't contain citric or phosphoric acids and is often non-carbonated. Threw me off. Um, so apparently root beer, I'm seeing on a lot of different things, it's mentioning root beer does not. So root beer might be my safest option when it comes to sodas. So that's good to know. Oh, okay. Hello, just to go. Sorry, I was reading something. Didn't want to like make the greeting not I wanted to give you a good greeting, which I think I've ruined. The LGBT tag. So I'm a lesbian. I'm a lesbian who has a very hard time accepting that she's a lesbian half the time, but I am a lesbian. Hence the LGBT tag, because I am the L in lesbian. I made that so awkward. I did not need to make that awkward. But yes, I am a lesbian, so I put the LGBT tag. I also have, I am 20. I am 20 years old. Yo. How do I know that I am a lesbian? You just know. Like, how do you know that you're into girls? You just know. You know, how do you know that you're not into guys? You just know you're not into guys, you know? Like Bush, if I were to ask you how you knew you were not into guys, what would you tell me? What would you tell me? What would you tell me, Bush? Because I know you know how this works. Dude. It's just something you know. Like, you know. Bush, I'm just saying, like. you know. You know that you know who you like. It's not just like there's something you will like figure out. Because here's my thing: for so long, I had been convinced that I needed like a man in my life to be a I was kind of pressured into the thought process that I needed a guy in my life to be successful and taken seriously. And I was like, there was no LGBT stuff on TVs while I was growing up, really. Like kid shows didn't show it, so like it shows like to children only that like it has to be a mom and dad. But for me, I was always just like, ew, boys, gross. Like I have tons of guy friends, and don't get me wrong, I love them. But I was always just like, every time somebody mentioned me getting married to a man, I was like, no. It's like, no, no. I'd rather marry my best friend. Thank you very much. So, it took me a while to realize that I was lying to myself about whether or not I was into guys. And then after I'd figured that out, and I originally came out as a lesbian, there was another time frame where I once again convinced myself. I convinced myself that I needed to be into guys. And so I then lied to myself for like another year or two about whether or not I actually like guys. And then I learned I just have daddy issues and I am just a lesbian because nah. Yeah, I don't know. I will say I have severe daddy issues, actually. It's really bad. But I mean, I try to have a good vibe. I feel like my vibe is depending on my mood and what's being talked about too. I know, Bush, dude, Bush. I I need to get other emotes. Like I need to get taser emotes. But you cannot say that this one is not my favorite. What thing? There's a lot of things behind me. Um, are we talking about the litter box, the bins holding my trash can, my snack table, the cat tower, the poster that says telehope? I mean, okay, if you want everything. So, we have my cat tower, which is in front of a chair. It's an extra chair. Nobody ever uses that chair. It's just there. Um, there's also a small mop that I keep in my room. It just kind of lives in that corner with the cat tower. And then we have my litter box. Automatic. I do not have to scoop it, which saves me so much energy. And I actually am healthier now that I have this because I could not scoop it regularly enough. And I was living in a room that reeked of cat ammonia from the litter box. So thankfully, I've had little to no litter box issues. And it takes care of itself most of the time. The two gray bins that are holding my trash can, one is holding yarn, the other one's holding paint. The table behind the trash can is my snack table. I have 3 bags of Takis, a box of muffins, a box of granola bars, and a box of fruit snacks. That is the explanation of what is behind me. And that is all I have to say about the things behind me. I don't think I've given that deep of an explanation about that stuff before. Just, oh, look. Why did I start? I started streaming for like 2 or 3 reasons. So the first one, first reason being it's kind of my only option right now for what I can do to try and make a living. I cannot physically work because I have 3 chronic pain disorders and they make everything difficult. Even getting out of bed is difficult 99% of the time. So if I can spare myself some energy by just having to get up, sit down, and talk to a computer screen, I might as well do that because I can force that energy that I would not have for anything else to do that. Second being, I've always wanted to be a content creator. For as long as I can remember, since I found out what content creators were, I've wanted to be one in some shape or form. At first, my plan was just going to be YouTube videos, but I know nothing about editing, so YouTube videos just were not going to cut it. So when I figured out what streaming was, I was like, I think I found it. I don't have to edit, and I can just play. I can play interactive chat, and from the streamers I was watching, like, they really inspired me as well. And number 3, which is my favorite thing, I didn't have a role model growing up who had chronic pain or chronic illness. So I was always looking up to these people who would have no idea what it was like to go through what I was going through. And for me to be able to possibly be that role model for other people going through very similar things like me, I wanted to be able to do that. And the idea of being able to do that, it's it's a little uplifting, and it gives me a little bit more push to get through a lot of my tough days, because I can I can be this role model to young people who are now having the world turned upside down, and they're in constant pain, thinking that their life will never be able to be good again, and that they can't always do things that they love. And I can show, like, you can find ways to do things that you love, and find things to do that you love just as much as things that you'll never get to do again and never get to try out again. And show that it's okay to be disappointed in how your life turned, but to also not let that completely ruin your view on the world. Because it almost ruined my view on the world. So I'm very fortunate that I had such a supportive support system in my life. My mom, my little brother, my big brother, my big sister, like, they were my rocks in my life, and I don't know if I would have been able to get to where I am now without them. I was very fortunate to have people who, once they understood what it exactly, like, they don't understand exactly what I'm going through, but once they understood that there was no way in hell I could be making this up, because, face it, my mom didn't understand my disorder when we first started. And with the first couple of months, it was hard for her to understand how random the pain flares were, and how constant it was. But after, like, the first couple of months, like, my family realized, like, it's not just, I don't just say I'm in pain when it's convenient. I, like, I only mentioned that I was in pain when it was bad enough that I could not take it. And there's tends to be a lot of people who don't believe people with chronic pain and chronic illness when they say that they don't feel good. There's people who are like, I'm sure it's not that bad. And I was fortunate that my family realized as quick as they did that I wasn't just a child trying to get attention, and I was a child who was doing it more than she could to be okay. But I mean, my mom gave up so much for me. I I will never be able to repay her for the things that she gave up for me. And she gave up so much for me in specific. Not even including what she's given up for me and my siblings as a whole. Um, but she had to sell, like, family heirlooms for my medical bills, and like she paid so much for me to get the best treatment that I could. I mean, she's still paying for my treatments. Like, my mom she's amazing. I have two heroes in my life. Two. My mom and my big sister. My big sister, who I need to message and ask fucking questions to. Hold on. And yes, I am on Discord. I do have a Discord server, actually, which, if you use my Nightbot, you should be able to get my Discord server. Hold on. Alright, so I just messaged. We good. We Gucci. But yeah. Let's... Shit, it's already been half an hour? Bro, time goes by so fast when you're just talking. Alright, we're gonna start getting Valorant open and turned on. I'm changing the category now because if I don't do it now, I will forget to do it. Don't want to forget to do it. Okay. Nope. Let's see. How long is my computer gonna freeze on me? Fun. So, I will not be doing a room tour. My computer is frozen. So, we're gonna take a second and restart.